They don't want anyone to have financial privacy or online privacy anymore. Peter Thiel says he's a libertarian, but instead he created Palantir, which is the most insane surveillance tool that the CIA has today. Is it a tool of financial freedom, or is it just, has the promise of Bitcoin been hollowed out and replaced with Wall Street garbage?
BlackRock, one of the largest asset management firms in the world, showing interest in Bitcoin. This is a noteworthy event, signaling a shift in institutional attitudes toward cryptocurrencies. Whitney states, Bitcoin is hope, emphasizing the fundamental purpose of Bitcoin as a tool for financial freedom. But with big players like BlackRock entering the space, we must ask ourselves, what does this mean for Bitcoin's core values? There is an ongoing battle over Bitcoin's future. On one side, we have those who believe in Bitcoin as a decentralized asset, free from the control of major financial institutions and governments. On the other, there are forces aiming to co-opt Bitcoin, potentially turning it into another instrument of traditional financial power structures.
People like BlackRock being like, you know what, we actually like Bitcoin now. That's a sign to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Bitcoin is hope.
So I think people need to, in the Bitcoin space, need to be very aware that there is a fight being had right now about the future of Bitcoin. And you have to decide which side you're on. Are you going to fight for Bitcoin to be a tool of financial freedom, or are you going to allow it to be co-opted by the powers that be that it was supposedly designed to resist them and, be something they can't control? Are you going to give them control of it? I mean, the answer should be no to any Bitcoiner worth respecting, in my opinion. People need to keep in mind that a large amount of alternative media gets money from what I refer to as Thielverse, meaning Peter Thiel, right? But really more broadly, it's the PayPal mafia, as it's been called, people affiliated with PayPal to various degrees, which of course includes Elon Musk. They have a lot of influence over alternative media and even over content platforms like Rumble, and have been funding quote unquote libertarian movements and all of this stuff. But I don't really see them as being libertarian at all. So like taking Peter Thiel as an example, Peter Thiel claims to be a Bitcoin maximalist, right? And then he goes, after he says that, on a panel next to then CIA Director Mike Pompeo, and says, Bitcoin is a Chinese financial weapon against the US dollar. Right. And then in terms of libertarianism, Peter Thiel says he's a libertarian, but instead he created Palantir, which is the most insane surveillance tool that the CIA has today. So you literally handed the worst part of the state the worst tool possible, but you're a libertarian and you're against state overreach. And so similarly, Elon Musk you have to look at the actions of Musk and then what he says. And not enough people do that, whether it's for Musk or really anyone. You have to look at people's actions, not just what they say, because someone can say all the right things and then, be totally fucking you behind your back. And if you're just going to take what they're telling you and the excuses and whatever, I mean, you'll never figure out what's actually going on. And I think that's fair for Elon Musk as well. Did he buy Twitter to save free speech, or did he buy Twitter to have a massive data to train AI on and to train all other sorts of products he has on? Or did he make it, like he's openly admitted, did he buy it so he can turn Twitter, now X, into X the everything app that doesn't just become, isn't just social media. It becomes half of the financial system and becomes American WeChat, which of course WeChat in China is the everything app means you have all the data, basically. If people use it for everything, it accumulates more data than everything else, and it has all the control. The control. So, people are naive here, I think, because, I mean, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, but is he the richest man in the world just because of his own entrepreneurial whatever? Or is it because his companies were held up by government subsidies that allowed him to become rich, and he's the richest man in the world because he worked with the state?
Whitney points out that a large segment of alternative media is funded by what she refers to as the PayPal Mafia, which includes influential personalities like Peter Thiel and Elon Musk. These individuals have significant sway over platforms like Rumble and have been associated with funding movements that claim to be libertarian. However, Whitney challenges the authenticity of their libertarian claims. Take Peter Thiel, for instance. He positions himself as a Bitcoin maximalist and a libertarian, yet his actions tell a different story. On one hand, he warns that Bitcoin is a Chinese financial weapon against the US dollar, and on the other, he has developed Palantir, one of the most advanced surveillance tools for the CIA. This contradiction begs the question, can we trust Thiel's proclaimed libertarian ideals when his actions bolster state overreach? Similarly, Elon Musk's actions warrant scrutiny. While he speaks about free speech and innovation, we need to look at his actions. Did he acquire Twitter, now rebranded as X, to champion free speech? Or was it a strategic move to gather vast amounts of data for AI training and other ventures? Musk himself has hinted at transforming X into an everything app, akin to China's WeChat, which would centralize a massive amount of data and control. Whitney rightly points out that we must judge these influential figures by their actions, not just their words. Musk, often lauded as a self-made billionaire, has benefited immensely from government subsidies, raising questions about his entrepreneurial narrative. As financial enthusiasts, it's crucial to remain vigilant and critically assess the motivations and actions of those who wield significant influence over our media and financial systems. Let's not be swayed by rhetoric, but stay informed and discerning.